One of the biggest reasons why everyone is talking about Pinterest stock is because of how the stock price has crashed since the company reported quarterly financial results and is now trading at around $25 a share. So I wanted to do a little more research to understand if this is a buying opportunity on the dip or if the stock price crash was justified based on poor performance from the company's latest results.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.
So one of the things that management at Pinterest has been working on is increasing the effectiveness of advertising. In other words, increasing the return on ad spending from their customers, because that's how Pinterest generates revenues, from advertising spending. And so if it can deliver better results for advertisers, then they are more likely to come back and allocate a larger percentage of their budget to the Pinterest platform. So they built a performance ads platform that's harnessing their users' commercial intent and AI-driven automation to improve performance and simplify campaign creation for their advertisers. And as a result, they've seen outbound clicks to advertisers increase by 40% year over year in Q3. So let me go over this and break it down. First of all, Pinterest users have commercial intent. What that means is if you're going on to, let's say, Instagram, you're not necessarily interested in buying anything. You're on there maybe because you want to see if your friends posted something new, or you want to see what happened, or the content and the discussion surrounding the World Series win by the Los Angeles Dodgers, which is something reason why I went on the platform in recent weeks. But it's less likely that you're going on Instagram's platform because you're looking for something to buy. Whereas on the Pinterest platform, when you go on Pinterest, you're more likely than not looking for something to buy. Whether it be, for instance, I went on the Pinterest platform when I was interested in setting up my office and upgrading my office. I was interested in office setups, and I was interested in office technology, on the desk, furniture, organizing, all of those things I had intent to purchase. And so I went on the Pinterest platform for some ideas, right? And that's a lot of use cases. A lot of the reason why people go on the Pinterest platform is because they're interested in something, they're going to get ideas, and they're looking for stuff to create or to change or decorate or something in that intent. That's why the management team is highlighting here that most of the people that go on their platform have commercial intent. And that's valuable for advertisers, because if you're looking to buy something, that's a great moment for an advertiser to show you an advertisement for a product that meets your needs, and you can click and purchase, and they can generate a sale. Furthermore, they're driving AI-driven automation to improve performance and simplify campaign creation. That's two things, two benefits there. Improve performance. The AI can harness better targeting so that you're marketing to folks that are more likely to make purchases, and therefore improve your performance and reduce wasted ad spending. You're not showing your advertisements to people that are not likely to be your customers. Then on simplifying campaign creation, if you can use AI for creating your campaign, it lowers your cost to advertise. Some of the cost in advertising is just in dollars, right? Like $100. That's what I'm spending on advertising. That's part of your cost. Another part of your cost is the time, the effort, the knowledge, the research needed to create the advertising campaign. And that can sometimes be a large expense. So if companies like Pinterest can reduce that expense by automating with artificial intelligence, that increases the return on investment, because your spending is now only in the dollars that you're allocating to the advertising campaign, and it reduces or even removes, in some cases, the time, energy, and research needed to create the advertising campaign. The management team sees a meaningful runway to expand their share of wallet with these large advertisers, while also growing with smaller mid-market advertisers through continued improvements to their AI-powered automation suite. And I agree with Pinterest there. They have annualized in a trailing 12-month basis or on an annualized run rate basis, revenue of about $4.2 billion. That's a relatively small portion, tiny portion of the roughly $1 trillion that will be spent on advertising globally this year. 4 billion compared to 1 trillion. Meanwhile, Pinterest has hundreds of millions of monthly active users. And so if it can continue to focus on those categories where I just highlighted, reducing the cost of advertising by automating the process, furthermore, increasing the return on ad spending from marketers, they'll continue to capture a larger share. If you spend $100 on the Pinterest platform advertising and you get $200 in sales, that's a 2-to-1 return on ad spend, and you're more likely to allocate more dollars as long as you continue to see a return on ad spending of that rate. So improving the rate is a core focus of Pinterest, and that's partly what they're using their artificial intelligence spending on, is to improve the return on ad spending. So Pinterest highlighted that their AI is proactive. Rather than waiting on somebody to type something in the search or ask a question, its AI is proactive. It anticipates what you're looking for or what you could be looking for and shows you relevant content based on your potential interests at the moment. And it can do that based on the data of historical user engagement. For example, if it noticed that I was looking at office technology, office furniture, etc., it might understand what I'm going to look for next after I've been looking for office upgrades, right? Maybe people who do their office upgrades often purchase a certain type of product after they upgrade their office. And Pinterest has that data and they know that and they can surface that data for me and I can be like, oh yeah, that's right. That is something that I would like to purchase because I'm in the middle of doing this office upgrade and that's something that would work well with this upgrade. So it's good to see Pinterest is making smart AI investments, and the fair value calculation of this business looks ridiculously cheap. The current market price is $25 and the intrinsic value per share I calculated is $71. Furthermore, when I go to fiscal.ai, which is my preferred data provider, and I retrieve the forward PE and forward price to OCF, Pinterest stock looks ridiculously cheap on these metrics as well, trading at a forward PE of 13 and a forward price to OCF of 12. Now, I've had Pinterest stock rated as one of the best stocks to buy all year, and I bought Pinterest shares for my own portfolio roughly a month and a half ago. I still believe, and in fact, I believe more so, that the stock is even more undervalued than when I made my initial purchase of Pinterest shares. Hey, thanks for watching. I truly respect every viewer who takes the time to seek qualified financial analysis. Unfortunately, there are a lot of unqualified voices online giving unsubstantiated stock advice. My goal is to provide research that's grounded in data and professional training, not just what's popular. For those new here, I hold a master's degree in financial economics. I'm a CFA charter holder, an author, an adjunct professor of finance and economics. I've spent nearly a decade researching stocks professionally, and I'm here to help you make informed investing decisions. If you found value in this analysis, make sure to subscribe and consider joining the channel as a member for early access and in-depth members-only content.